Hey everyone, welcome back. Getting this going again. We are playing Factory Town. We are, like a last video, we are still on .035. We are making progress. Last time y'all were here, I just set up the chute, got the grain mill working. The only thing I've done since y'all haven't been on camera is I let this run just a moment to get a few extra resources saved up. And I told the guy over here to pull wood from this barn, put it in here to make the wheels, and then for a guy to take it from the workshop to the base to make those wheels available. And now that same guy gets the delete button. And he gets the delete button because I now can't make a wagon. We're going to take this guy, we're going to hit delete on him as well. We're going to let this run for just a minute because we need to get caught up on the lumber situation. Because it is dire. Shoot. No, that doesn't help. So we're going to hit tab, go in detailed, hit that up, and we're going to take this guy and we're going to tell him to deliver to that so he can stand there and be a little bit more efficient. Because we've got to get wood pumped into this as fast as possible. These guys are backlogged. So I'm going to take this guy here, and he's going to help these guys over here. So we definitely need to get these guys working, get them providing us with enough lumber to supply our little colony here. We've got some decorations. We've got some fence, wooden fence. That's cute. It's cute. I don't think we're going to be needing it right now. We don't have resources to spare on those sorts of things. Right now, we're trying to get enough guys up to get a wagon so we can progress in the tutorial. I'm feeling that perhaps it's the world I'm on, perhaps it's the rate at which I'm working, but these feel like the resources are dwindling a little faster, or perhaps I'm just using them faster. Perhaps the houses are consuming them faster. I think it may be a case of the house consuming faster. I could very well be wrong, but that's how it feels to me. I think the houses are consuming the resources faster than they previously were. So we're going through our world resources a lot faster. I believe that gives us a lot of encouragement to hurry up and tech up and start utilizing this gold. So that's going to be a big deal here very shortly. As you see, we just got the ability to make a wagon. I'm going to go ahead and tell that wagon to do that. That guy gets the delete button. Over here, we're going to build worker wagon here. And he's going to get an upgrade on the lumber side. You're getting a delete button. You're getting a delete button. We'll let these guys run for a second. There we go. We are starting to see positive progress in the market, which is what I was worried about. Not having positive progress in the market was not something I was enjoying. Because, you know, the market being empty is bad for us. So we've got +2 happiness. Everyone's got food. Everyone has construction materials. We're emptying out the grain mill very quickly, but that's fine. That's fine. Right now, we're going to build a school. We're going to build the school over here. And the reason we're going to build it over here is because part of the prereqs for the school is going to require some things that are going to need water in the beginning. Actually, no, I think it's perpetually throughout the game. We're going to need to craft paper in the lumber mill. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to drop the lumber mill here. And the reason we're dropping it here is bordering it next to the water. It gets water automatically. So we don't have to have a little guy run around and collect water for us. So over here, we're going to start with farming. To get farming, we'll have this little worker guy over here run grain across. And we will build a worker here who will get lumber into there. And we're going to have to build a new house. Building, house, new house there. Probably not the best spot. Let's go ahead, move that house on to this side. So we're going to build a little haphazardly right in the beginning, just so that way we can get the guys we need working. Actually, you wait just a minute. I'm going to expand the chutes, and when you're expanding like this, well, you're going to want to use detailed build, because if they go on here and the material flips up this way, this becomes worthless, and that's not what you want. You want them to be able to use the entire thing the whole time. And come on, man, if you're going to work over here, if you're going to use that chute, work over there. You don't need to walk this way just because it's there. You know, it's nothing special. It's not going to do anything. And something else I've noticed, there's a remove button here. You know, I've heard a lot of people complaining about it. I don't think I noticed it before, but there's a button right there that removes most things. It doesn't delete buildings, which is fine. We don't want it to do that anyway, because while you're removing paths, you can accidentally click on a building and destroy half your build. We don't want that. So there is a remove button. It is very convenient right there. You can also get to it here, which is just fine. Or you can have the chute and right click on it and it will delete it that way. Not necessarily the way we want to do it. We will stick with the method we are familiar with. We'll go one more worker again. And this guy's going to haul paper into the school. And to make him work faster, we're going to tell him to stand there and do it from there, because he'll just stand there and shuffle it back and forth. I think he's grabbing it out the door and tossing it in the window there, which is convenient for the school. You see, the school now uses gold. So it's using gold to research, and you can hit R to see the available research and the progress you're making on it. So we've got basic logic here, unlocks one-way blocks and conveyor belts. I don't know what one-way blocks is, but based off of the basic research added into the game, it says something about steam power and cloth belts. But we will see what gets unlocked from it. I think there could possibly be a little bit more description in some of this, but it's not terrible. I think the tooltips could be a little bit more detailed. It's taking a very small amount of real estate on the screen. I think they could add a little bit more. And considering the size of the text over here, perhaps the size of the text in that little pop-up at the bottom isn't really a big deal. Now, the basic research, here it goes, unlocks one way, interesting, unlocks cloth conveyor belt, it says it twice, I doubt that matters, unlocks steam power, which will be interesting, and intermediate logic, the next research. So, and barrier gate. I don't know what a barrier gate is. So I guess we'll have to figure out what all of that is when we get around to doing that. Right now, we are trying to get farming unlocked so that our people don't starve to death, because that would be bad. Starving is bad from what I understand. So in preparation for the farming, we're going to go over here. We're going to lower the terrain just a little bit. The goal being to move a little bit of water out here, because I'm going to want to build the farm like right here over the water, because I want it to be able to access the water. And in the process of doing that, we're going to need scaffold blocks. And from the description, we should be able to build directly on top of this to get what we need going. So we see we're eating through our food here. I am excited for that research and farming to finish. Building, and any second now. Ready. Oh, come on. Oh, research farming. So we need to reopen the menu. End of tutorial. To end the tutorial, hit F1 to open up the help menu. F1, it's open. Building, farm requires 20 planks, 20 cut brick, which means we need a stonemason, which requires 20 planks. And we're going to come right over here to this guy. This guy here, you. Come over here. And you work there. Oh, that's facing the wrong way. That guy's full. Need more production here. That's problematic. So my last playthrough, this little guy here was able to do a lot more than what he's doing now. So I believe there's been some changes there. But we're going to go ahead. We'll pump another worker in. See if we can't get caught up in this a little bit. Because it's not a lumber supply issue that I'm seeing. It's a... there's just not room for this to be pumped out thing. And the market is gaining. So the market's gaining. That's a positive. The grain mill's empty. So we've got the grain mill struggling. But we really need to get caught up. Let's upgrade this. That's not going to hurt us in the grain side, I don't believe. It'll just hurt us here. And we're going to push for stone bricks soon enough. We've got plenty of stone right here. So we will be building a stonemason as soon as we hit 10 wood, which we're struggling to do. Every time we get close, it drops back down. The wagon snatches it out from the barn. But got to keep the houses happy if we're going to keep production up. So we're going to keep going with that and let this run just a minute to get that cut up. And there's 10. And then the wagon stole it out the barn. And there's 10. Let me go ahead and get that guy dropped down. So on top of this, we're going to steal you. We're going to say stone into there. So let's get that started. And we're unlocking new things here. Stone bridges, stone ramps, stone pillar scaffold. I don't know what that's for. Stone arch. It helps people get under it and helps material get under it from my understanding. I've still got to do a little bit more playing around with that to get the exact benefits of it. But it's there. I'm sure there's lots of benefits to it. Alright, so we've got 3. There we go. Our first stone brick is being made. So with that, we're going to put down a building. We're going to put down a barn right. Oh, right. Come on. Come on. I want to put down a barn. Right there. Okay. Oh, no. There. All right. So we're going to put a barn down there. And we're going to have this worker right here. He's going to grab stone and put it in the barn. So it is available for us to use. He's just going to stand there. He's going to fill that guy up. Okay. Everyone's going to be happy with that. Grain mill. We're about to be struggling with grain. But that's okay. We'll get stone 4, 5. Building. Farm requires stone and wood. So that's going to be a challenge for us. We've got the well. I've used the wells before. I don't think they work fast enough to justify putting a worker on it and trying to use it for a building, because really you need 3 or 4 workers to get a well to be functional. I don't think it's the best option for us. So we're not going to be using the wells so much. That guy there is still collecting stone. I think he can move on to other things. Alright, we've got caught up in the wood production. We need to go ahead and get more lumber on these guys. And building path shoot. You deliver to there, you deliver to there, you deliver to there, path shoot. Alright, we'll go with that. Let that roll for a minute. Really? We'll delete that. Build path shoot there. Right. You deliver to there. You deliver to there. Alright, so they should stop tripping over each other as much with hope. No clue if that guy will stand in that brick for a while. Dump it on there. So hopefully that will build our production a little bit. It seems like it may be helping some. 20 out of 20. We are collecting gold a lot faster than we did before, which everything's the same price. So I'm a firm believer that we are using up resources a lot faster than we did before. And I think that's the thing I was not predicting with the patches. I don't see anything in the patches that necessarily say houses can consume goods at a faster rate. It just says at a fixed maximum rate. So perhaps that is, perhaps it was random before on how fast they consumed, and now he just made it to where they always consume at the fastest possible rate. And that's why we're consuming goods faster. What we do need is we need to get to 20 wood. That way we can get the farm going, and that's our next big objective. We're going to plop that farm down right there. We're going to get it pushing out food for us and getting it over to this grain mill so our little guys don't starve to death, because that would just be horrible. Well, farm, come on. We got to get there soon. And 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And the second we hit 20, that guy's going to come over and he's going to take a bunch, but that's okay. So we're going to drop this down. Drop that there. That's running. We're going to start building some chutes. We've got to get this ran over to the grain mill fairly quickly. Actually, let's back that up. We're going to go out in front so that way we don't mess with that guy there. And we are fighting the wood production. You, good sir, please bring stone. And that stone should work a little bit better. It'll be interesting watching them run through there to get it. Workers, no, path, shoot. We'll get through here. Go here. We're going to go detailed so it doesn't try to connect weird. And we're going to go like that. So that it should help us out a lot with our production of food and our construction materials. There we go. We've got better construction materials. It's not excessively spectacular in comparison, but it is better. We're going to drop that in there, see if we can't get that rolling a little bit faster. And we'll grab one more of these little guys, drag them across, let them work over here. That'll start clearing out this space for our farm to work a little bit better as well, because we're going to need our farm to be able to work. So right now, what we've got available to us, we've got the school up, we've got all that. This episode we swapped over to using stone, and we upgraded the production rate of our grain mill. Sometimes it feels like we're keeping up, sometimes it feels like we're not. but I'm sure we will get there, and we will be making progress. So I will pick this up in the next episode. I'm happy y'all are here with us today. If you want to see more, go ahead and hit subscribe. Hit that notifications button if you want to get notified when we bring out more content on the channel. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. All the way down there in the comments, let us know what we can do better. Any tips, tricks, hints, recommendations you have for me in this game, recommendations for games you want to see us play, let us know down below, and we will be watching. Y'all have a wonderful day.